So I started talking about Ethereum Classic back in September of 2020, and around that time Ethereum Classic was around $5 to $6. Now since then we have definitely seen new all-time highs around $870 per Ethereum Classic, which happened around May of 2021. Now we have definitely seen retracement in the price, but it has not gotten even close to that $5 or $6 since then. And so we're going to be briefly looking at the price chart, and also I'm going to show you a few key things just to be mindful of. Now this isn't going to be a full overview of Ethereum Classic. Now I have a full catalog on what Ethereum Classic is, the future of, and all of that good stuff. You can check it out right here, but we're going to go ahead and dive into the price chart and just some things to be mindful of right after this. Welcome back to the channel, millionaires. I'm Mike the Investor. Now, as we briefly look at the Ethereum Classic price chart, according to CoinGecko, it is ranked number 28 out of the top 100. But if we head on over to Live Coin Watch, we can see the price is still about the same. On the 1 year for ETC, still up over 300% of 3x. 90-day up over 38%. The 30 days it is up 65%, and on the week here 28%. Now as we go ahead and move down and just kind of look at the price chart, you can see right here for the ETC markets, for the most part we have more buys, of course, going on than we have selling. Now looking at this all-time price chart here, and we can see right here towards the end of September the 28th, it is around $5.50. And if we go over to just some of my older content here, this is the very first video I did on Ethereum Classic. You can see September 29th of 2020, and you can see I got quite a few videos talking about Ethereum Classic, also talking about the 51% attack, all of that good stuff. I have a full catalog, so definitely check that out if you're one of those people that's newer to ETC and you want to learn a little bit more about it. And you can see right here, if we just go back to the price chart, it was around, $5 at that time. And I put out a video the next day after. So for those people that was able to get in around these prices, we saw a huge run up right here, which we was able to take a massive amount of profit if you were one of those people. And you can see the huge retrace, of course, that we have seen, right? But we have not got back to this level here. Now, as we just go over and look at a couple things here, here's just the ethereumclassic.org new website that they have redesigned, which I do think is pretty cool. Now, here are some of their latest applications. Now, I am going to go over to this spot here, which kind of gives you a bigger overview of the things kind of being built. Now, one thing you're going to see the most of course, is going to be NFT projects, because of course that is the hottest thing going on right now. But here are all of the different categories that they have being built far as dApps: finance, interoperability, identity, games, NFTs, and other. Now, if we head over to why Ethereum Classic, check this out. Some interesting facts that debunk the initial skepticism. So Ethereum Classic is not a clone of Ethereum, which a lot of people do think so, but a continuation of the original Ethereum launched in 2015, which the Ethereum Foundation forked away by launching a new protocol 1 year later in 2016, which is actually called Ethereum. And so Ethereum Classic is actually the original protocol, the original code of Ethereum. Now, Ethereum that was forked is called Ethereum today. Ethereum Classic is the original code, which is why they say code is law. Now, as you can see, applications run exactly as programmed without downtime, censorship, or third-party interference. It is only the major smart contract platform that has proven its ability to uphold this promise, because when Ethereum moves over to 2.0, Ethereum Classic can do everything that Ethereum can do, but it's still going to be on layer 1 proof of work, which has more security. And if you used Ethereum Classic before, the fees are extremely cheap. I mean, less than, like 15 cents cheap, right? And so if we move over to this thing here, I want to show you the Ethereum Foundation is expected to migrate the Ethereum virtual machine, which stands for EVM, network to proof of stake consensus in Q2 of 2022 through an event labeled the Merge. Now check this out. The Ethereum Classic is well positioned to absorb much of the abandoned ETH hash rate. However, ETH miners might not realize that Ethereum Classic operates as a modified version of ETH hash called ETC hash. So listen to this. In November 2020, the ETC hash mining algorithm was activated on Ethereum Classic mainnet with the Thanos upgrade. Now, the Thanos upgrade slowed the growth rate of the DAG, and this had allowed GPU miners to operate their equipment longer on ETC hash compared to ETH hash. Now, listen to this. This assured Ethereum Classic would absorb any mining equipment obsoleted by ETH hash DAG growth rate and organically grow Ethereum Classic's base level network hash rate. And their network hash rate has definitely grown stronger over the year. If we briefly look right here, you can see just going back to April compared to where it was, and you can see we had a spike here up in May, kind of settled down a little bit, but you can see we are a lot higher compared to where we were. And if you look at the all-time here, you can see things have only gone up for Ethereum Classic when it comes to the hash rates, right? And so a lot of people don't understand when you talk about Ethereum Classic and the 51% attacks, they say, well, it's been 51% attack. Why is it still here? Well, one, if it had 51% attacks, right, and it's still here, that should show you that it's able to withstand the test of times. But some people don't understand is that a lot of the miners on Ethereum would actually group up, combine their hash power and attack the Ethereum Classic network. And a lot of people are starting to figure out how centralized Ethereum is. And now you're starting to see all these things come out. When you look at Ethereum Classic, it is way more decentralized than what Ethereum would ever be. However, Ethereum Classic does have one of the largest investors in the game invested in them. So that's also something to keep in mind, which is one of the big things is why I got into Ethereum Classic as well, because if the largest digital asset manager is investing in Ethereum Classic, that tells me something that I need to do some more research and figure out why. And so let me show you something here. If you look right here on Grayscale, these are all of their trusts, right? You have Bitcoin, of course, which is the biggest. You have Ethereum, which is the second biggest. But look at what their third largest trust is, Ethereum Classic, right? So why is that? I've done multiple videos, and I've also done a video that kind of highlighted the vision that Grayscale has for Ethereum. So the question remains, should you buy Ethereum Classic? Well, number one, I will always say don't buy because of, hype or thinking you're going to miss out, because typically that never pans out too well. Also, as I mentioned, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, just a guy on YouTube sharing information with you that will hopefully help you do your own due diligence a little bit better. Now, for me personally, in my humble opinion, I think Ethereum Classic is a buy and forget. And when I say buy and forget, that's a long-term mindset. That doesn't mean we're buying and then we're, trying to figure out where's the price going to be in the next 6 months, in the next year. If we're buying and forgetting, that means we're sitting on this baby until that time comes. As I mentioned at the very beginning when I start talking about ETC, it is a long-term hold. Yes, we've seen some very nice gains in the past. Definitely if you bought in compared to where I did back in 2020. However, I'm looking past that, 5 years, 10 years down the road when things truly start to mature in blockchain and the crypto space. So if you gain some value from this video, now again, this was just a touch on the surface, not a deep dive into ETC. But remember, if you gain some value, smash the like button, really helps out the channel and the algorithm, and I will see you on the next one.